Put that little pad up there. Yeah. Good boy. Awesome. There's some snacks right there too. All right. Want to the range for a couple hours. Get some good training in. All right. Yep, the faggots are starting early this morning. What's good? What's good, guys? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, what's up, Ron? Ain't nothing wrong with the internet, nothing. It's the fake ass feds and controlling, you know, the fake feds. Controlling the internet. Yo, Grandma, what's going on? Beloved 6 Bars, what's happening? I'm not gonna make it long. I want to read something, but I also wanted to address some things. Okay. Yeah, the internet's perfectly fine. I can see that all they're doing with this service, because I'm thinking about getting an Apple iPhone or using my burner phone. Yeah, like I said, and I'll still be able to YouTube with it without interference, no internet, no none of that. These motherfuckers is weak. Anyway, I was looking at my Concealed Carry magazine, my new one. Oh, okay, I'm gonna read that. I just stood up on the bed from the truck. Anyway. That post I put up there talking about 1 + 1 = 2. I want y'all to just think about this, okay? All right, let me turn this light on, get a little. I put that up there because I wanted to see what people really know. Y'all know I don't really believe in anything. It's either you know or you don't know. And if you hear something, doesn't mean that you necessarily have to acquiesce. You don't have to take it in. You can research it if it's fundamentally meaningful, or you just let it be. Okay, that's where they're at. I don't go through all the emotions. It's just I don't care about certain things. I really don't. 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, people. Matter of fact, 1 + 1 really doesn't exist. In order for them to have you in this, grafted into this world they've created, they had to teach and educate people into what their desire was to be able to control. The first part, the pendulum of changing values and conscripting you into something that never should have existed. It would take somebody very intelligent to do that. No, it would take somebody who chose something different, who saw something different, stole it away after murdering a whole lot of folks, and nobody knew for the better. Well, that's not true. People still knew, just a handful. Numbers, letters, I will continue to, and people are finding out, don't mean anything. You're going to be sacked upon by people so perversely scripted in, they don't even know who they are. Like whenever I go somewhere and say, "What's your name?" I am more than that name. What does he mean? What I'm attempting to do is get y'all to really seek ascension. It doesn't matter what you believe or think. I'm not doing this for attaboy, pat on my shoulder. I'm not doing it for none of that. What do I need? What do I need that for? If you want to believe something that's infinitesimal, like the plane of Earth, the void, Sheol, that place that stands still, the Great Tower, because nobody's been to the North Pole. Listen to that. Nobody has been there. And everyone who was attempted, they've all died. And I'll read that to you. And this is a compilation of stories based on real explorations and people who were seafarers and those who watched their people disappear. Had a hard time saving themselves. All right? There is an ice wall around you, 200 to 400 feet high, and it is abnormal but they use the purest of air and water to make it. Whomever. You worship Jesus? Well, then you're worshiping Satan. Hell, you might as well come over and start worshiping me. I'm serious. You are literally giving energy, not knowing exactly where it's going because you are in a belief, not the fundamentals of something steeped in facts. A derivative of what they created, like 1 + 2 or 1 + 3. It doesn't really exist. Hell, they could have made the 1 a 6, and we'd have been going 6 + 6 = 2. You think I'm game? This is not a game. This is for real, y'all. Whenever I express the fact that look, they're not the only ones. When I said that 90-year-old Masonic woman with them gazangas, that 87 and 85-year-old men, and the big dude Brutus that was in the corner, that guy had to be half elephant. What they shared with me and what I was doing, because a lot of y'all always tell you, and people that know me from school, I'm a mathematician, they said, well, Red figures that stuff out like so quick. Just remember the crap they were giving us. But when I went to apply it, even in my inventions, when when you're inventing something, you have to give it dimensions, right? Dimension. What does dimension mean? Inside and outside of something, right? It means a place, right? Something that you might not be tapped into. Or does dimension mean shapes or sizes? See what I'm saying? I have to do it, and I have to graph millimeter, centimeter, or whatever, right? Inch, half foot. I have to write the numbers down, and then I have to say, what metal is it? What gauge wire? Is it gold or copper? Is it, what is it steel? What's used for the ground? When I'm inventing these things and I'm putting them together on a grid, you dig what I'm saying? We have been marginalized. They don't want nobody dreaming. They don't want you to have no aspirations. Fat Chickers tried me on Facebook with Building 7. I was down there. Building 7 imploded. That thing was blowing up. It came down on its own footsteps. There was no fire over there. The towers didn't hit it or nothing. You ain't stopping shit. They're going to keep trying. They ain't stopping nothing. They're showing you, because of their fear, not wanting to hear what I'm saying. So you should pay attention to that. Those cars were burnt. When I ran into that bagel shop and all that smoke and stuff blew by, and my face was dusted, and I was like, what in the, you know what I'm saying? I was like, should I make it back to the Bronx and get my, because I had a woo-wop, you know what I'm saying? I was like, should I get back over there and grab my woo-wop, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to go to the Bronx and buy ammo all the time at one of the gun stores over there. You know what I mean? Not far from a school, by this park, beautiful women. Anyway, I used to, every other weekend, the pussies are active. 500 rounds, like every other week. And just keep stacking them. And I used to give some away to some people. One thing that I have learned in those conversations with all these different people, my great grandma, my grandma, my great great uncle, Tandy and C, right? Is that time is one of the most important weapons you have, and patience. That means with no great expectation. Your patience should be with no great expectation of anything. Just be solemn in your patience, no matter the outcome. Don't put no energy, no vibration, no frequency. Do not let it emit from yourself to any source outside of you. You must learn how to contain this energy. Okay? I have always followed 364 days, March being the first day of the year, Sunday being the first day of the week. I have always stayed with that. I don't converse. I don't share it with people. There's no need to, because people are fundamentally believers. They have been conscripted to believe in things. Y'all can hit that like when you come on. I really appreciate it. It ain't going to kill you. It's not going to cut off your thumb. It's not going to make you die. It's not going to make you go ascend. It's not going to make you descend. It's not going to do nothing. It's to hit the like. Or you can hit the dislike. Wherever your heart and your mind is. I appreciate it. You come in here saying hi, hit the like. I mean, unless it's a complicated task. I can understand that. I can gather that. You dig what I'm saying? I can see how it can be very complicated because people are conflicted because they can't deal with themselves. They must have a rival. And most times people, when they have a rival, they can't even rival the rival because you go outside yourself. You're all over the place. You got to center yourselves. When I said there's 5, listen to me. When I said 5 seasons, I meant it. Yesterday, I had somebody hit me up and messenger, a deacon. Damn, Anyway. Yes, I says we always talk about. Anyway. Yes, I says we always talk about Shem, Ham, Japhet. What happened to Aaron? What nation is the nation of true deceivers? Who wrote the story? Who plagiarized it? We still have a bunch of individuals who really believe that they're indigenous to land and they came here to conquer it because, again, they're lost in time. I've read so many books. Just don't leave. Just stay right there. What is wrong? Patience and time. Are y'all fundamentally getting what I'm saying? Or am I wasting my very important time? Because it seems like the little goofy feds, the little faggot ones, right? It seems like they're really emotional. All the ones that want to jump and they give it to me, boss. Let me get the job. Those ones that'll be decimated. Stay right here. Don't go no fucking where. Just stay. Like I said, stay there. Do not go nowhere. I'm not going to shut this off until I'm done saying what it's got to be said. Patience and time. And stop being wily and all over the place. Just sit your ass here and wait. And that's the directive. Because sometimes we need that. Okay? These people aren't doing shit. But they're only doing something for those they've given power to. And I keep telling you, nobody has power over you. You are more powerful than you can think. Regardless of them going to be destroyed, they will be destroyed. Rewind the video and then press live, kin folks. Anywho, as I was stating, things that you believe that exist, anyway, it only exists up in here. That's the only place. And you are the formula to make it exist. Stop being the fucking formula. Stop debating and arguing with motherfuckers. Go about your business and say not a goddamn thing to them because they're meaningless while you're meaningful. These people are funny. Anyway, remember that. You're most meaningful. Listen to me. Some of you are destroyers too. Don't believe it. Don't look at it. Don't even think about it. Some of you are destroyers. Believe me. And I'm not I don't advocate for violence because I don't believe it. I don't believe it exists. I know things that are wrong and things that are destructive out of chaos. Yet there are those of you. And at that moment, you will know, and you will just know. There's nothing they do that can stop it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. And I believe some of them can't even wait to be written. You need to know these things. You need to know. There's no want, no proliferation of, I gotta find out. Because then that means you want to believe something. Stop thinking you have to believe in anything. There's a need to know. Remember that statement? There's a need to know. What's been used in perversion. You will know at the appropriate time. But you must do the work. You must reset yourself. You must reset. You have to. Trust me. I know it's back on. You're going to have to reset. My baby girl got me eating the whole seed with the shell. I love it. But anyway, I want y'all to remember So good. Anyway, when I come back on and read, we're going to get into 100 years of lynching. I want to break some things down. I want to bring some names of those from Alabama that were lynched. Some names that you're going to be like, wait a minute. I would love some of our fellow skins, some of the doubters, the wobble, whatever these little people that don't want to join up and see the importance because they don't know who their ancestors were. They want to stay in this turbulent, pesty-like state, and so be it. Okay? It's going to be a good read. If I got to go to the library and sit down and read, or the school, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay? We're going to read, and it's going to be what it's got to be, and I'm going to make some statement about some things. We don't need no more brokenness. And you better be ready to fight. You hear me? I have no thoughts on the bubonic plague. I don't even care. You got 1,000 things out here and right now worse than it, Six Boss. All right? Yeah, it happened. And I told you, if you look at my other videos, which a lot of y'all don't, the people that had the patent on it was in Ohio. Just like the Spanish damn flu, one and the same. Before these sons of ones came to existence, we didn't have any diseases. We didn't have none of that. You don't even live 1/10 out of 100% of your life. If you think that you're supposed to, our people were living over 100 years not too long ago. Now everybody's dropping dead at 90, 60, and 40. That was them. I told you my great-great-uncles knew people over 200 years. I'm talking about 230 and 50 years old. My grandmother, my great-grandmother, they told me when the natives came. I was like, what? After the World's Fair? Oh, yeah, they was setting them up and quiet. Grand elevations, ascensions as well, beloved. This is important. I mean, it should be. I don't want you to believe it's important. I want you to know how important it is. How do we get to poison water, poison food, cereal, crap, stuff we never partook of? How do we start eating chicken, beef, and pigs when it wasn't even of this land? That was to bring your DNA down. Then around the 60s and 70s, they started putting chemicals into it. First 2 peat fasts came around. How'd that happen? War. The old spirits ain't gone nowhere. If there's 14 generations, there's more than that. And you need to learn how to tap into it. And it don't make you feel different. Don't do all that weird stuff. Tapping means to know. Literally, to know. How many of you ever felt like you're about to die? And you, wait a minute. Did you know that you pulled yourself up out of that decibel, that zone? It's not a reset, but you can reset everything. Try and fast for 7 days with nothing. No water, no nothing. Deal with the cramps. Make sure you got people around you know what's going on. They ain't gonna be loud, they're not gonna be obstructive and intrusive. And if that's the case, if you can't, then you need to get away from where you at. Are you listening? Yo, T, what's going on, T-P? What's going on, beloved? It's good to see y'all up in here. Six Boss has a good question. I'll add that to a podcast so we can get back into that, and I can show you some of these patents they have all around our country that shouldn't even damn well exist by these sons of bitches who even the Jews can't stand, called Zionists. Now, I already explained to you the other day when they came into existence, and what were they before that? There was no Rome. There was no Greece. So all that's all made up history as far as the vernacular. I asked you yesterday if the Moors from Africa went over there and made all these big mosaics and everything else. Why is it not in Africa? The place they want to call Africa. Are you aware that that place there was no such thing as Africa in the 1800s? There was none of that existed until a certain latter part. Just like Japan and China didn't exist. Singapore, Vietnam, Philippines, it didn't exist, people. Like them calling this place America, which alludes to Brazil, not so-called South Mexico and all that bullshit. No, all right? People, you ask these little natives, well, who were the Pequot? Who were the Narragansett? Who were the original Mohawk? See, they don't even get it. Because, see, they want you to believe that you got to put glue on your hair to have it standing up. That has nothing to do with it. Those were people who emulated the fact that they didn't want to wear a helmet or whatever for battle. Chainmail, all that was everywhere. And they want to have those conversations, but they have a hard time dealing with the reality of it. They want to emulate and be us. Like, well, what's your culture? Nigga, every one of these people are living our cultures. You got everybody calling themselves cowboys. You got Ohio, with some of the Idaho, where some of the dumbest races in the world live at. Idiots, complete idiots. Just like the ones in Texas, the ones in Louisiana, what are they even doing there? Them the monkeys that came in the 1920s and 40s. Just like in Florida and still coming off of boats today. We're not even talking about the millions that come across in the last 4 years across the border. I ain't never really had a problem with anybody coming over here. It's how it's done, how the government, every politician, every so-called fictionalized president after World War II, every one of these bastards should be locked up and on death row. Every one of them. And I can prove that too. But you have little dumb monkeys who have been shown some things, but they don't really know the truth. They've been given this ideology that they're going to supreme before and supreme above. It's not going to happen. Seed. The seed is good, but god damn, man, it gets stuck between them teeth. Oh, hold on. It's just the way it is. Well, dragons real? Of course they are. The ocean is it's infinite. It's infinite. I mean, the water out towards that, trust me, it don't even look the same as the water here. You have levels of different oceans in the ocean. You have parts where they can't even go in. Or maybe that's a way to travel to another land. I can't say. But they're messed up. Usually when somebody says, leave me alone, it's bigger than what people get. But ignorance reigns supreme for them. Thus, energy making them more ignorant. They just don't know that. Every time I turn around, I see somebody from my hometown. Yes, let him hit. Hold on. Let him heal in Jesus Christ's name. I be wanting to throw a shoe halfway across the country and tap. Boop, upside their head. But ignorance is ignorance. It doesn't mean that you have to capitulate to hate. You don't have to change their design or nothing. Just to be aware, to know. And then the humorous part about it is, are they stuck? You are literally a witness to be people being manipulated and controlled on a level. Trust me. I like eating your shell, but I like working too a little bit. So, for anybody that's wondering, no, I didn't drink this shit. I had me 2 glasses of wine, and I was like, time to go to bed. Anyway, we're gonna get over here and be back about 4:30. I got a yellow slip, so I got something to pick up on Monday. What's today? I don't pay attention to dates, so don't get pissed off at me. Okay, today's Sunday, I guess. How many of y'all saw in the last few years people talking about January is not the first of the year? Before that, everybody thought it was. I've been saying this for so long now. People have been catching on